Why must Xun'er be the sole female lead in Battle Through the Heavens? What's wrong with Medusa? As soon as the news broke out that the animation production team intended to make Gu Xun'er the one and only heroine, the fandom exploded. Outrage spread quickly, and countless readers left sharp comments. One even said, in the original novel, Xiao Yan only officially married Gu Xun'er after already marrying Medusa, so technically, Xun'er was Xiao Yan's remarriage partner. This single comment went viral because if you count carefully, Medusa's time with Xiao Yan was not only longer, but also filled with unforgettable moments of companionship, struggle, and shared sacrifice. Many old readers of the original novel firmly believe that Medusa, not Xun'er, is the most suitable heroine to stand beside Xiao Yan. So, in the face of such widespread criticism, why did the production team insist on removing Medusa's major plotline and pushing Gu Xun'er forward as the sole heroine? The reason is, in fact, very simple. Xun'er, a born jewel of the Gu clan. Gu Xun'er is not an ordinary supporting character that can be casually pushed aside. She is the jewel of the Gu family's patriarch, a direct descendant with the supreme god-grade bloodline. From the very beginning, her identity was extraordinary, her destiny intertwined with Xiao Yan's in a way that no one else could match. Even as a young girl in Wutan City, she was already renowned for her beauty. Her presence was like a beam of light in Xiao Yan's otherwise gloomy life after losing his Du Qi. And unlike many female characters who only show up later in the story, Xun'er was with Xiao Yan from childhood, silently protecting and nurturing his growth. When Xiao Yan first began following Yao Lao's teachings in alchemy, the cost of herbs and materials was staggering. Xun'er, without hesitation, used her personal treasury to provide for him. Whenever Xiao Yan was injured, she healed him quietly, without seeking recognition. Even when Xiao Yan traveled outside, she sent elite guards to protect him in the shadows. Without Xun'er's silent support, Xiao Yan's road to becoming a powerhouse would have been several times harder. She was more than just a childhood sweetheart. She was his partner in growth, his spiritual anchor, and his hidden shield. Later, when Xiao Yan attempted to refine the pure lotus demon flame, a process filled with danger and life-threatening risk, it was Xun'er who cast aside her reserved nature and offered herself, using her godly bloodline to suppress the uncontrollable power of the flame. Without her, Xiao Yan might never have succeeded. From every perspective, whether emotional reliance, cultivation support, or critical battle aid, Xun'er is an indispensable presence in Xiao Yan's life. Medusa, strength, sacrifice, and distance. Now let's turn to Medusa. There's no denying her beauty, strength, and the dramatic nature of her relationship with Xiao Yan. She accompanied Xiao Yan through many adventures, often providing crucial assistance when he faced difficulties. However, the problem lies in the foundation of their relationship. When Medusa first encountered Xiao Yan, she regarded him with disdain. Her help often came not from true willingness, but from necessity or situations where she stood to gain something herself. For example, helping Xiao Yan refine certain strange fires was not just about aiding him, it was also about securing benefits for herself to break through into higher realms. Even their so-called bond was born out of an accident rather than genuine emotional growth. And although Medusa gradually developed feelings for Xiao Yan, her pride as the snake person queen always created a barrier between them. Let's not forget, Medusa was first and foremost the ruler of her people. As the saying goes, those who are not of my race will never be truly my kin. At critical moments, Medusa would inevitably prioritize the interests of the snake people over Xiao Yan. This fundamental divide is something that could never be erased. Clan politics. Why Xun'er had to win. The most decisive reason, however, lies not just in personal relationships, but in clan politics and future plotlines. The Gu clan is one of the 8 ancient clans, a family of immense power and heritage, and a crucial ally in the fight against the Soul clan. In fact, Xun'er's very presence in the Xiao clan during her childhood was already proof of the Gu clan's deep trust and long-term alliance with the Xiao clan. Historically, Xiao Xuan, patriarch of the Xiao clan, fought side by side with the Gu clan against the Soul clan. This bond of blood and shared battle made the Gu clan a natural ally for Xiao Yan's eventual rise. Let's compare. When Medusa was still dreaming about becoming a Dozun, Yao Lao had already fallen to an ambush despite being a peak 9-turn Dozun. Yet at that same time, Gu Xun'er, the patriarch of the Gu clan and father of Xun'er, had already reached the terrifying heights of a 9-star Du Shen. That level of strength placed him at the top of the continent, standing above millions. How many elixirs could such a powerhouse provide Xiao Yan? How much protection, how much political weight, how much leverage against the Soul Clan could the Gu clan offer? In short, Medusa could only offer personal affection and her own individual strength. Xun'er, on the other hand, brought not just her heart, but also the backing of an ancient clan and a godlike father whose power shook the world. For a protagonist like Xiao Yan, whose destiny was to fight against the Soul Clan and revive the Xiao clan, choosing Xun'er was not just love, it was survival. The production team's dilemma. From this perspective, if the adaptation must go down the route of a single heroine, then Gu Xun'er is indeed the only logical choice. But here's the problem. Medusa was not a side character forgotten in the corner of the novel. She was a vibrant central figure who played a huge role in Xiao Yan's journey. Readers loved her precisely because she was complex, proud, and unwilling to bow easily. By erasing her or overly downplaying her later involvement, the anime risks creating a gaping plot hole. For many fans, this one-size-fits-all approach feels like a betrayal of the novel's original emotional core. Yes, reviews and censorship red lines exist. Yes, the production team faces limits in balancing multiple female leads. But adaptation should be about refinement and balance, not erasure. If Medusa is cut out too cleanly, the adaptation risks alienating the very audience that gave Battle Through the Heavens its legendary status in the first place. So why must Xun'er be the sole female lead? Because from childhood bond, personal sacrifice, clan heritage, and political leverage, she was destined to be Xiao Yan's official partner. And what's wrong with Medusa? Nothing, except that her relationship with Xiao Yan lacked the deep roots, clan backing, and future alignment that Xun'er brought naturally. Yet no matter how reasonable the logic is, fans will never forget Medusa, her proud figure, her sacrifices, and her bittersweet romance with Xiao Yan will always remain one of the most unforgettable arcs in Battle Through the Heavens. The anime team's challenge is clear. Don't use review excuses to erase what made the original novel powerful. Instead, adapt with care, honor the reader's emotions, and strike a balance between plot necessity and fan expectations. Only then can Battle Through the Heavens continue to live up to its name as a super IP. And that's all for today's discussion. Whether you're on Team Xun'er or Team Medusa, one thing is certain. Battle Through the Heavens wouldn't be the same without both of them shaping Xiao Yan's journey. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on more deep dives into your favorite donghua stories. Tell me in the comments, who do you think is the true heroine of Xiao Yan's life? Xun'er or Medusa? I'll be reading every reply. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.